not sure how this is going to go. There's a bit of wind around. I'm up at Charles Darwin National Park in Darwin. I'm just going to do a little walk. It's called the Wirraway track. And it's pretty much the only walking track now you can do in the national park. They've kind of mountain bikes. This national park has kind of been given over to mountain bikes a little bit, but there is one walking track left, so I think I'll head out and have a look. There's a little bit of a lookout on this one, and maybe some bunkers, some oil bunkers. I can't remember. It's been many years since I've been in there. I'll spin it around and show you the map. I don't know if that's coming up okay. So I'm doing the green one here, around here, out to the lookout, and then back to here. So yeah, not sure how that worked, but anyway. Alright, I'm going to set off. I'll spin the camera around. So this is pretty well what we're dealing with in Charles Darwin National Park. It's only a tiny park. It's probably 5 k's from the centre of Darwin. It's just tropical savannah really. It gets a bit mangrovey down around the coastline. And there's a little bit of, World War II history here, like a lot of places in Darwin. So, monsoon has kind of set in. That's what all this wind is about. We're getting storms rolling through regularly now. It is kind of towards the middle of January though, so got to expect that. And it's good, the temperature's nice and cool. Well, relatively speaking, it's about 29 when I left the car. Probably about 90% humidity. So this is a relic of World War II. Left over, there's, like I said, there's a few of these around the park. So that's what these bunkers are, explosive stores. It's a little dark in here. That's the wing of an old aircraft. So I had to just do a slight detour off the Wirraway track to go check out that little museum to World War II. I've done a bit of mountain biking over the years and obviously done a lot of walking. There's a lot of the old timers don't like mountain bikers and vice versa. Some mountain bikers don't like walkers, so I reckon we can all get along pretty well. But there is a difference in the trails. When I'm on my bike, it's not so much about, it's about being out in nature, but it's about the flow of the track. It's a little bit like downhill skiing compared to cross-country skiing. So they don't always, the tracks are all about flow. As you can see, I'm going around gentle curves that are bermed. Whereas walking tracks tend to go to the points of interest, if you're lucky. So when you're doing a walk on a mountain bike track, which is pretty much what these are set up, although I have seen more walkers than mountain bikers today. Not that it's 2 walkers and 1 mountain biker. We're not talking a great deal of people. But yeah, sometimes you might, it'll be pleasant walking as in easy, because it has to be a little bit for the mountain bikes. But you don't always go to the points of interest in a particular park. So it's just something to keep in mind. So as you can see, we're flowing through the bush here quite nicely. There's another bunker I'm walking past. So, like I said, these were for explosives. So, I know, well, the ones down near the waterfront in Darwin were for oil. So, obviously it's a different setup out here. I'm not really all over the... I mean, I know a bit about the World War II history up here. But yeah, for those that don't know, Darwin was one of the few places in Australia bombed by the Japanese in the Second World War. It was a very, obviously being the very northern tip of Australia, well, more or less, it was a very strategic place in the war. So that kind of grey horizon out there, you can't really see through the trees. That's Darwin Harbour. I'm not sure what this old shed was for. That's the harbour out there, that's Darwin through the trees. You can just see a few of the buildings in the city. Zoom it in maybe. So I'm still on Wirraway track. It's been flowing its way up and down the little hills. I mean, I don't know if you can see, there's gullies and that across, so it's not exactly dead flat, this national park, but it's fairly flat. There's another bunker through the trees there. Okay, that was obviously the view of Darwin. I'm just cutting across the picnic ground. I think there's some stairs somewhere, or some steps that'll take me back down to Wirraway track. I'm thinking Wirraway is the name of a plane, but that could be a feral fact. Looks like this is my path over here. Yeah, this is it. All right, so I'm going to drop down here. There's a few stairs, and then I'll rejoin the Wirraway track and follow that back. Well, do an alternate on the way back to the Ute. It's been quite a pleasant walk. Certainly not busy. Like I said, so far I've seen 2 walkers and 1 mountain biker. So I might have mentioned I'm walking during the monsoon season, and the monsoon's here. So we're getting these really heavy showers blow through. I mean, if you were down in southern Australia, you'd be worried because it'd be cold, hypothermia, but up here, it's just a cool change. The water's warm, but it doesn't take long to get absolutely soaked. Wet weather gear is pretty much out of the equation though, because you'll still sweat too much. So this is where a trekking umbrella comes in fairly handy. For me anyway, it works for me. All right, that shower's dying off. So I'm doing the loop, the retrace part of the walk. I'm going to swing left off a branch track in a minute. Still on the Wirraway Walk, and just do a little bit of loop at the end of the walk. As you can see by that car driving past, you can obviously drive into that picnic ground if you don't want to walk in there. That's that museum, that bunker that I was in. I should have saved that for the way back, and I would have got out of the rain for a while. I'm going to fit through her umbrella. Oh yeah, no worries. All right. Okay, I'm on the loop part of the walk now, back to the ute. So I guess you saw towards that lookout, that's kind of the edge of the mangroves. I'm back up in the savannah stuff now. As you can hear, that's Tiger Brennan Drive, which is the main road. Well, it's a newer road into Darwin. It's the shortest, it's the quickest way into Darwin now. But yeah, it's I'm not far from that. Okay, just as another shower comes, so I'm getting back to the ute. That one came out about 5.5 k's. Fairly inoffensive little stroll. It was, I mean, the scenery's nice. It's nice to get out in the bush. If you live locally, definitely head out and check it out once or twice in your life. The World War II history is pretty eye-opening out here, how extensive it is. Yeah, the mountain bikers weren't a problem. I only saw one bike on the whole loop. There's a few little jumps they've built into the track, you know, not very big, but, and sometimes there's a beeline so you can walk around them. Sometimes you've got to walk up and over, up and over, up and over. So yeah, it's just that the mountain bikers can get a little bit of air. So it's always a bit of a compromise walking these trails, like I say. But this one's pretty nice. So yeah, if you're in Darwin, check it out. All right, I'm gonna put this away because that shower is starting to get a little bit heavier now. I'll catch you on the next one.